We did max potential ability for every teenager in England, and things changed massively. Loads of teams went up, loads of teams sort of jiggled about a bit, and there was a very, very different look to the Premier League by the end of it, and I found it very, very entertaining, especially the journey we went on. The journey we went on as we progressed through the experiment. Well, today we've gone one step further. We have put max current ability for every teenager, not just potential, and we're not going to be like, oh, are they going to make it? No, everyone has got the max current ability of 200 out of 200 if you're a teenager and based in England. So without further ado, let's go and watch English football change dramatically. Let's get into it. What's happened here? There we go. Right, okay. Welcome along if you're new. Welcome back if you've been here before. Straight off the bat, let's just get into it. Story time, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you just saw some sort of weird black screen and stuff on the go. My computer nearly died the other day. It really absolutely fell on its arse, and it's been in the repair shop for a couple of days. And now better than ever, to be fair. It was a hard disk issue. It was not running at optimum capacity. And the speed it was running at, it wasn't processing information very quickly. It was making a weird noise. And in the computer shop, the guy, based on the fact that I do so many experiments on Football Manager and all these different bits and all these things, all the files, all the face packs, everything that I've got on Football Manager, he said he was re-indexing everything from the hard drive. Now, he says usually you get anywhere between 100,000 and 350,000, with 350,000 being a lot, like an insane amount. Mine had 2.5 million. So, yeah, he's had my computer for about 3 days. And it's running bloody brilliantly, actually. So, shout out to them. Not that he did it for the shout out. I paid him. Good bloody money as well. Anyway, so, there you go. We always go off-piste in these videos, and there's always loads of waffle. We're just embracing it now, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're new around here and you're thinking, just get on with the bloody video, I'm sorry, you've come to the wrong fucking channel. I spend so long in these videos trying to stay on track and veering off. I'm just going to let it happen now, because some of the loyal subscribers absolutely love it. So there we go. So, as I alluded to in the intro, every single player in England who is under the age of 20, a teenager basically, has max current ability. And there you go, Jacob Edge Lucas, 200 out of 200 at Belper United, who are not even in the playable leagues of the game. Yes, we've gone down as far as we can go. In the database setup, where you add the leagues and stuff, and you start off the game, I did a custom build of who you load in, and I put every player in the nation of England to be available, which has slowed the look. If I move my cursor, there we go, my face, estimated game speed 3.5. Normally when we've got this loaded, it's at 4.5, 4 at worst. I've had to get rid of the lower leagues in France, Germany, Italy, and Spain for the simple reason that otherwise it'd take too long to bloody simulate. We don't have transfer embargoes. I've left transfer embargoes off for now. Who's Mauro Bandeira, key player? Oh, he's 19. Of course he is. Yeah, right. Their key player, of course, is a 19-year-old. Hot prospect, Noah Cooper, 200 out of 200. So, yeah, everyone is 200 out of 200. You've got Daniel Olabayi. He's not even got a club. He's not even got a club. Now, because there's so many of them, a lot more than last time, because I think there's about 1,000 last time, wasn't there? I don't even know how many there is. I've gone through, and I've made different shortlists here. Yeah, look at that level of detail and that level of prep work. Yeah, who's this guy you've come to watch? It is me, not in disguise. I've just had a bit of foresight and thought about how I'm going to present this video. Although if we're doing a bit of prep work, I might have added up all the Wonder Kids beforehand, but we're going to do it now on the fly. So the Rotherham National League has got 263. Sorry, the Rotherham National League North and South, 263. 301 for the Rotherham National League. The non-playable leagues, 980. Bloody hell. How's FC Volendam? On loan from Newcastle. Right. Garang Kuol. What a name that is. Oh, he's going to be good. Look at that. 20 for acceleration and pace. I mean, going to be good. 200 out of 200. League 2, 533. League 1, 618. 645 free agents. This is going to be insane. The Premier Division has got 821 and loads of different clubs. I mean, if I sort them by club, I mean, 821, you're talking, most teams are going to have probably at least 20. If not 30, 40 a piece. There's 20 teams, 40 a piece. plus 21 left over. So, yeah. The championship finally is 864. So that's 5,025 max ability players. So, yeah, this is going to go absolutely insane, isn't it? Most of them are going to be English. There's going to be a few that represent other nations. So I imagine England are going to win a lot. There's going to be so many players of 200 out of 200 current ability that just never get capped for their nations. I think that's quite hilarious as well. But we're going to kick on. We're going to go. Do we go one season? Yeah, let's go one season, because you never know what's going to happen in that first year. They're going to bring some of these youngsters through, and some team might go insane. So let's go a year, 2024. This is difficult now. What do we do now? I mean, Juan Larios has gone to AC Milan for £20 million. I mean, there's going to be transfers left, right and centre. Maybe we'll check in on the transfers on the league structure. Let's go to the Premier League then and see who won in the first season. So boring, Manchester City. Manchester bloody City and Pep Guardiola. And he won the Champions League. I'm sickened. I'm literally sickened. 2-1 against Arsenal after extra time. Henry Timmy Davis with the goal for Arsenal. Ty Sodji for Man City. Of Oldham days fame. Oh, remember Ty Sodji? That Barnet as well. He was brilliant for me in the lower leagues. And here he is today, representing at the end of the first season, scoring in the Champions League final. And then Mahamadou Sissoko, centre midfielder, scored the winner in Champions League final. Doesn't look that impressed. 10 caps as well for England. And there you go, 200 out of 200 for every single player in the squad. So all the players, like your Harry Kanes, your Jude Bellinghams and stuff, I haven't got a look in. I've not got a look in. We just lost to France. Just lost to France. Have France got anyone? I bet they've got a few. Yeah, they have, yeah. Not loads, but a few. 7. Okay, right. So, the Premier Division, Manchester City have won it, which is dull. United 2nd, Villa 3rd, Newcastle 4th, Burnley in 5th. Okay, it's that man, isn't it? It's the Football Manager cheat code. And I have made a database and started the simulation where I've got 20 Vincent Kompanies. He's so good in this game. And, where's the hidden attributes thing? I can't see the hidden attribute. Oh, there it is, sorry. His potential ability of 165 is not dynamic. It is fixed. So he starts off at 135 and he gets to 165. And for some reason, he is unbelievable. Wherever he goes in this game, he always seems to do really, really well. So with Vincent Kompany, we're going to put him at every Premier League club and just see what happens. No, not locking him in at the clubs. He can go wherever he wants. Might be fun, might not be. But Arsenal down in 11th. You don't expect to see that every single season in the first year. Anyone else? Brentford, Fulham and Forest going down. Meh. Spurs and Liverpool outside of the European places. Now, who has won certain trophies? Brighton seem to have won the Europa League. Has anyone won the Conference League? Yeah, Aston Villa. Cardiff City have won the FA Cup, beating Liverpool in the final. And Huddersfield have won the Carabao Cup, also beating Liverpool in the final. Not a great season for Liverpool, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, there you go then. So the first season, we've got teams coming through. And has there been any transfers? Well, Rodri's gone to PSG from Manchester City for £51 million because he's just probably not playing. He probably weren't playing him, so PSG came in. Ben White has also gone to PSG. Lewis Hall, that was already locked in. Joe Gomez, Canate, Juan Larios. Now these are all this season. Last season, Martin Odegaard, £21 million to PSG. Like, they don't need him, do they? Aaron Wan-Bissaka gone to Dortmund. Like, look how small these transfer fees are for what are essentially brilliant players. I sold this guy, Tyreek Mitchell, for £40 million in my Crystal Palace rebuild. Now, don't get me wrong, he had improved after a good season. But Martin Odegaard, that's more like it. He's a £60, £70 million kind of player. I mean, he's a 180 potential, 175 current. Phenomenal talent. Geronimo Rivera. What a name that is. Now, he's gone to Liverpool from Banfield for £6.25 million. Luca Woodhouse has gone to Brentford. Yeah, no wonder. There you go. Jacob Edwards, Nantwich to Crystal Palace for free. For free. 20 years old now. Another free. Casey Yusuf Phillips gone to Arsenal from Boreham Wood, but said he was just free transfer. So Boreham Wood must have let him go, or he must have not have renewed his contract. Anyway, yeah, so we've got players going all over the shop, left, right and centre. The Championship, Lamar Griffiths gone to Southampton from Bristol Rovers. Watford have lost a few players here. Have Watford gone down? Norwich have gone up as champions. No, Watford are mid-table. Bristol City and Southampton have gone up. Stoke, Plymouth and Leeds have gone down. A team that is favoured to go up in the first season have actually gone down. That's mental. this is what's going to happen. We're going to start to see teams really sort of move around. I mean, you don't often see Bristol City going up that soon. But if they've already gone up, they might be able to stay up. And they might be able to bring some of the other youngsters through from some non-league teams. You never know, do you? Lincoln, Cambridge and Peterborough up. Bristol Rovers, Cheltenham, Shrewsbury and Northampton going down. And we're checking League 2. Wimbledon, Crewe, Stockport and Salford up. Barrow and Crawley have gone down. Crawley have played 46, won none, drawn 2. David Dunn's in charge, looking very happy with life. He came in 19 days ago. They've got 2 players who are 200 out of 200. I think they mustn't have had many players. Yeah, they didn't have many 200 out of 200 players. So that's insane. An insanely low points total. York are up, along with Hartlepool. Maidenhead, again, no wins, just 2 draws. National League North, Brackley have gone down with just 9 points. Chester up on 127. What a season for them. And Weymouth, Yeovil missing out on goal difference. Goal difference of plus 102. Weymouth 106 takes it. Truro relegated. Minus 108 goal difference. 1 win against Chelmsford, who also went down. Okay. A lot of teams over 100 points there. Down at Welling in 7th place. 102 points. Carnage. The Premier Division, as I say, it's taken on a little bit of a form, a little bit of a change. Now, it's impossible to keep on top of all the different players that are going to be moving left, right and centre season after season after season. We're going to start jumping through at slightly bigger intervals because, of course, otherwise this video could be a hell of a long time. So the players, they're going to be there at their pomp for 15 years. So we'll do 3 more jumps during those 15 years. We're going to go 4 more years now, so it's 5 in the future. And then we'll go 5-year intervals until we've hit 15 years. 2038, and then we'll probably do bigger jump to sort of see what happens as they've all left and the legacy that those players have left behind before we round things off. So without further ado, let's go to 2028. Although we could do some furthering ado while you're here. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, because these weird and wonderful experiments that are just me pissing about on Football Manager, what you expect over here. So if this is the kind of thing that interests you, there's probably loads more on the channel that interests you, and loads more to come, because I've got the well of ideas has opened up, because I've spent some serious time in the last couple of months working in the pre-game editor to learn some of the intricacies and the ins and outs of it all, and I've got some absolutely what I perceive to be bloody good ideas coming up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to them, and so should you be. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. Let's go to 2028 and see if any of these teams, maybe if Burnley can keep Vincent Kompany, they'll win a Premier League. I'm telling you that now. Okay, so the Premier League looks wild, doesn't it? There's the Premier League. Who have we got in here then? We've got Cambridge, we've got Middlesbrough, Norwich, Peterborough, Rotherham, Sunderland, Walsall, Watford, and York City. We saw York City come up from the Vanarama National League in the first season, and they've gone through the leagues, winning League 2, spending 2 years in League 1, then coming third and going up in League 1 via the playoffs, then second in the Championship, automatic promotion, and they're spending their first season in the Premier League. And they've got a full squad of 200 out of 200 ability players. They've brought Niall Rushton in from Chippenham for 110k. We've absolutely nuked the transfer market here, because these players are being sold for an absolute pittance and bought for an absolute pittance. They sold this guy to Coventry for £725,000. Oh, I can't wait to go and look at the transfers in a minute. Right, Premier Division then. So who's won it? Well, Man City won it last season. That's disappointing. Zinedine Zidane's in charge there. What's happened over here then? Pep left. Thomas Tuchel came in and got sacked. Now Pep left. Where did he go? Freiburg. He actually went to Arsenal for 3 years, and now he's at Freiburg. He got sacked as the manager of Arsenal after losing the dressing room. Now, he did win the Premier League. He's also won the Carabao Cup with Arsenal, and now he's the Freiburg manager. Now, Bayer Leverkusen have won a German league, and now Mönchengladbach have also won a German league. Now, they've got 200 out of 200 ability players as well. I mean, with 5,000 of them, I'd expect most teams in Europe to have gone and acquired an absolute insane amount of 200 out of 200 ability players. Bayern Munich have as well. So Man City won the league last season, but who won it before? Well, Norwich City won it in the second season. So they came up and they won the Premier League on 68 points. Now, that's a very low points total. West Ham third. Luton getting the Europa League football going down. Wolves and Crystal Palace. Chelsea getting Champions League football from 14th. Following season, Arsenal won it. Chelsea relegated along with Everton and Bristol City. Cambridge second. Brighton third, Huddersfield fourth. Now Norwich, who'd won the league previously, fell down to sixth. Now they've got, again, another team of 200 out of 200 ability players. Have we done too many? Have we done too many? Is it just another iteration of the max current ability for every player in England? I don't know. Bournemouth then won it the season after. Again, they've got a massive amount of players. Brentford, Burnley and Southampton going down. Sergei Rebrov's in charge. Vincent Kompany left. He went to Everton. Got sacked. Went to Chelsea. Relegated. Got promoted. So Chelsea stuck with him. Fair play. And then he left and went to Newcastle and he's just won the Champions League. Brighton have also won a Champions League. Didn't win a Premier League, but they've won a Champions League. Man City have won another one. Barcelona, they've snuck a Champions League. Now they've got only a handful of players who are at 200 out of 200. Okay. And then Newcastle, of course, have just won the Champions League with a full squad. And then 27-28, Chelsea have been relegated again, this time with Spurs and United as Man City won the league. Well. Rotherham, Europa League football. Only 7 teams from Premier League. So who's Conference League football for Leeds? They've obviously won a Carabao Cup. Carabao Cup's been won by big team. Huddersfield have won one and Leeds. Now the FA Cup's been won by Cardiff, Luton, Sheffield Wednesday, Derby and Rotherham. That's a little bit more like it. That's what we came here to see. That kind of topsy-turvy sort of nature. Now, Everton have got relegated again. Everton are now in League One. Again, they've got great players, a full squad of max current ability players. I don't see how they've gone down, but they have. And who's in the Championship? Well, I mean, Walsall have just gone up, so Walsall are going to be in the Premier League next season. You've got Accrington. They've come up from all the way from down from non-league, I think. And again, there's just so many players that they've got. Tom Aspinall. Not the Tom Aspinall, surely. No, he's 21. 5 years in. Okay, so we saw these transfers in the following season. So Mo Salah went for £75 million, so not quite nuking the transfer dealings as such. Virgil van Dijk went to Al Ahly, probably a bit less than he would have normally. Canati went to Atletico Madrid for £20 million. Heung-min Son to Inter Milan for 19. Bruno Guimaraes. Wow. Real Madrid signed Bruno Guimaraes for £8 million all in. Again, not that many players in Spain not that many people have gone to Spain of the 200 out of 200. But Real Madrid have won the league every season. Serie A has been Napoli and then AC Milan. AC Milan have probably got quite a few. Yeah, they have. Thought there might be something happening in other leagues as well. As we've seen Germany, France. Oh, Strasbourg with a couple and Lens. I love that. Have PSG good. I mean, PSG have got loads of them as well. So, yeah. That's ridiculously low for Bruno Guimaraes. Great player. We're getting down to some really pitiful transfer fees here, and I'm expecting to see some big name or something. But I mean, a lot of these, quite a few of these players I'm noticing. Yvonne Weghorst, Tommy Yasu, they do command a bigger transfer fee usually. Following season, Jan Dlugos from Al Reed, he'd gone there from Town. Why do I recognise that name? Was that an old part to Prem? Like an old school part to Prem, like maybe even before Facecam for Work the Space. Shows how long I've been watching him. Yeah, he's unhappy at United. Wants to leave because we got relegated. It's signed for £73 million. So again, not even £100 million for one of these players. Jan Couto gone for £20 million. Zach Abbott for Atlanta for £22 million from Huddersfield. Anthony Gordon for 18. Allison for 17.25 to Al Ahly. Ederson's gone to Blue Navy for 9. Bernardo Silva for £6 million. Van der Ven 8.5. Zinchenko 4.3. And look at this. You got Aaron Davis from Port Vale to Arsenal for 3.1 million. Max contability. Robbie Wilson 3 million. And 25k. Cambridge have signed this guy for 25k from Solihull Moors. Freddie Price. Was a good price, wasn't it? That was 3 years ago. Then Victor Musa, another 200 million player. United to Bayern for 77 million pounds. Amari Stevenson. And then we've got a few big transfers here. We've got Amari Davis-Stevenson here. He's gone. Another 200 million players. Brentford to Newcastle. Donald McNeely, again, Chelsea to Liverpool, £41.5 million. And then Jeremy Doku, £24.5 million. Urian Timber, 2.3. Declan Rice, 5.75 million to Napoli. A player that costs well over £100 million if you try and sign him. Cost over about £100 million when he was at West Ham. So now he's at Arsenal. You've got no hope. He's gone to 5.75, rising to 7.75. Let's not forget the add-ons. Lisandro Martinez, 5.25 million. Sandro Tonali, 4.1. Al Ittihad have bought him. That's a gamble. Cheap joke. Martinez, 1.8 million to Real Sociedad. Great goalkeeper. I mean, he's 35 now, but so yeah, we've absolutely proved the point here. It's just been absolute chaos. Romeo Lavio, £98 million to Inter Milan. So yeah, go and have a quick look over the shortlist. I appreciate this is taking a long time, but I do apologise. There's too much to look in on. You got to play for PSG, Atletico Madrid, Dortmund, Mo Shabar. He's Swedish or is he English? I don't know. Gerard Stuber is in charge of England. Now the world ranking, you got France, Argentina, and Brazil ahead of England. France won the World Cup, beating Northern Ireland in the finals. Third place was Scotland. Yeah, not that many for France. And the Republic of Ireland won the Euros. Now they're ranked in ninth. Of course, they've got full squad of 200 out of 200 ability players because there's going to be so many of them that do play in England because of the work permit eligibility rules. So yeah, there you go. So we've seen a little bit so far, and we're really rumbling on in this video. So I apologise how long it's taking, but let's go another 5 years, 2033. And we've got the 200 out of 200 ability players here in 2033, and as you can see here, we've still Championship, League One, Portuguese Premier League, Bolton in the Premier Division. This is some spoilers for anyone who's not been. Aston Villa down in League One. So there is some spoilers over here. Man United back in the Premier Division. We're going to see anyone down in the Vanarama National League. I'm sure we will. Still. Yeah, there you go. Cheltenham, Vanarama National League. I could just go and look at the shortlist, couldn't I? Vanarama National League. A lot of them in Serie A, Bundesliga, Premier League. Fraser Cookson. He left AC Milan on a free. Wanted by a handful of clubs. Oliver Turner's leaving. He's joining Southampton. Fancies coming back to England, does old Ollie Turner. You know what I mean? Every time. Can't help myself. Cannot help myself. And the free agents to begin with. I mean, look at this. So many of them haven't got a club. Dan Parker. I mean, he's down at 162. What's happened? He's bounced around loads. So many of them are not at 200 anymore. Aldershot did all right, didn't he? I mean, they're in League Two. They did all right out of the players. Barrow, they've got quite a few. Blythe Spartans, Bolton. And Bolton in the Premier Division, so now's as good a time as any to go and look at the Premier Division. Who's won the last 5 years? Rotherham, Liverpool, 2 for Norwich, and 1 for Peterborough. So as it stands inside 10 years, we've got Man City who've won twice, Norwich have won 3. So Norwich, in my opinion, are leading the pack in terms of how well they're doing, in terms of trophies. They've also got a Champions League under their belt. And Man City have gone and got another Champions League, so that's 3 in the experiment. PSG, Bayern Munich, AC Milan, Newcastle have also won Champions Leagues. We saw Newcastle last time, didn't we? Now, Jamie Carragher's in charge of Newcastle. He's won the FA Cup in 2032. Sunderland have won an FA Cup. Brentford, York City have won an FA Cup. They're in the Premier League still. Carabao Cup. Bristol City, West Ham, Newcastle, Bournemouth and Rotherham. Peterborough won the league last season on 65 points. Let's go back to the 5 years. Let's go back to 28-29. So Rotherham came into the league and won the league. And Norwich down in 17th, getting Champions League football. They have gone on to win 2 more Premier Leagues, though, from all the way back here. I think that's astounding. Liverpool in 16th. Walsall, Accrington, Bristol City go down. Liverpool then went and won the league from 16th. Norwich climbing back up to 11th. And we know, as of course, we've already seen, he went and won the league the following year on 68 points. Sunderland, Aston Villa and QPR going down. Then we had Norwich winning it again on 76 points. Quite a high points total, actually. Man United are back. Man City getting Champions League football from 11th. Bournemouth, Conference League football from 14th. Arsenal, not far from relegation. Rotherham, down in 17th. Previous league winners. And Peterborough have gone and won the league on 65 points most recently. In terms of the Championship then, we've seen the previous years, we've had Coventry, Accrington won it twice actually. Man United, Carlisle and Coventry have also won it. Who's there then? There's a Premier League club. We've got Brighton, Leeds are back, Forest, Sheffield United, League One. Aston Villa, we've already mentioned that. Chelsea are down in League One as well. Crystal Palace, Fulham, Southampton, League Two. Everton are in League Two. They've got a very small squad and they've not got that many 200 current ability players. I mean, you've got Johnny Hayes, whatever. He's down at 157. Why has he lost so much current ability? They've got some 200 ability players, but not as many as some other clubs. Northampton might have more. We're losing some serious current ability with some of these players. They mustn't be playing very much. That must be it. Game time's just sort of letting them depreciate faster than they ordinarily would. The Vanarama National League, not noticing a Premier League team there, nor in the north, nor in the south. Of course, most teams have got a full squad of 200 out of 200 current ability players. But I mean, looking at the Premier League this season, you've got Accrington Stanley, Bolton, Carlisle, Forest Green, Milton Keynes Dons, boo, Norwich, Peterborough, Rotherham, Sheffield Wednesday, Shrewsbury, and York City. Absolute carnage going on here. And again, transfers. You've got so many players who are coming back to the Premier League who've probably been away. They went for a bit of a payday. Serie A, Juve, AC, Inter, and Atalanta. Atalanta at a push, or an outside shout, but everybody else is much for muchness. Spain, Barcelona 3, Atletico Madrid 1, and Villarreal most recently. Germany's a bit topsy-turvy. Germany's taking on the life of the Premier League really here, isn't it? Wolfsburg, Dortmund, Mönchengladbach, Hoffenheim, and Köln. And PSG have won the last 4 French League titles. England are now 3rd. And they won the most recent World Cup, beating Ireland in the final. And France won the Euros, they've won both Euros, beating Sweden, then England. Well, fair play. Let's go to 2038. And most of the players at this point will be in their 30s, 31 to 34, because of 30 maybe, because it might be a 15-year-old, but 31 to 34. Straight to the Premier League then. So we've got 2 for City, 1 for United, 2 for Norwich. Forest Green in administration. They were minus 9 points before we even started this next season. Wow. Look at this. Man City starting in 7th and United in 8th. Alphabetically. We jumped from B to L. Where's all your C's, your E's, your F's? And everyone's depreciating in value. So it's the new regens that are coming through that are going to have to cut the mustard. Now, we've gone 12 more years. We've gone to 2050. The legacy that they leave behind, we're going to do that jump in a moment. But we're going to just delve in a little bit deeper over here. So let's go and look at the stages and look at, what's happened really. So we saw Norwich. The Peterborough won the league, and then Norwich won it in the first season. Norwich won it in the 33-34 season with United going down with Peterborough and Carlisle. So Peterborough went from league champions to relegation the following season. That's mental. Norwich nearly got relegated, down on 48 points. Shrewsbury down in getting Europa League football. Forest on 46. 1 win away from actually potentially relegating former league champions Norwich. That could have been back-to-back champions to relegation the following season. Poppy and Peterborough. Liverpool had 10 points all season. Now, they did get some administration. Oh, Norwich got administration as well. That's why they were so low. Liverpool did still have a lot of players. The thing is, they're down in League One, and they've had more administration. This is the problem now. You're looking at some of the players, this guy's on £80,000 a week. Harry Webster's on £120,000 a week. These are in League One. League One wages. It's understandable why these teams are hemorrhaging money, because all these players are commanding a massive wage, and the transfer fees have been nuked because there's so many of these players that you can't recoup the money. So where normally you could be affording to spend all this amount of money on the wages, and then you sell one of your players for like £135 million, there ain't no £135 million sales going on, is there? Liverpool did really badly there. Following season, Leeds, Newcastle and Millwall. United win the league. Then Man City won the league. Wolves in second. They've come out of nowhere. Sheffield Wednesday, Forest Green and Rotherham going down. Then Norwich winning the league once again. Peterborough in second. So Peterborough came back and they're now up there challenging for the title. Tranmere Rovers are there. Wolves Conference football from 17th. They were second last season. Derby, Sheffield United and Wrexham going down. And there we are at the present day. Champions League's last 5 years. York City winner against Peterborough. 2 runners up for York against PSG, and then Man City winning the last 2. Again, PSG doing really well with the amount of players that they've got. Is a bit disappointing. It is a bit disappointed, but hey ho, there you go. The Championship then. Who have we got in the Championship? We've got Aston Villa, Brighton, Newcastle, Rushall. Where the hell have Rushall come from? 2023. Panorama National League North. They were in the game. Just. Both Sheffield clubs, Southampton, Sunderland. Yeah, so there we go. There's the Championship. Spurs have just gone up as champions. League One, Palace, Everton, Liverpool administration, of course. Fulham are there, Forest, Ipswich, Chelsea are in League Two, which I find kind of hilarious. They're the biggest fallers, and there's not that many of them that are that good now. They've had to get rid of all their best players. And I bet there's quite a sparse amount of these really good players in this lower division. As you can see, Johnny Haas, no oil back on this guy, but he's at 115 out of 200. He's been falling away, hasn't he, in terms of his current ability, as of most of them. So all these players on the shortlist are now not at their max current ability, and it shows. It shows. And there's nothing in the Panorama National League, Northern North and the South. Who the hell are Whitehawk? They've just got to the Panorama National League. They were in the Isthmian Division 1 Southeast. We haven't got any history for 2022, 2023 to the present day. So not a lot really to say on that one. In terms of international, still got lots of very high quality players in the England squad. 200, 190, 197s. No one below 192. But it was Spain that won the last World Cup in 2034, beating Ireland in the final. Ireland have done phenomenally well here. Portugal won the Euros, beating Scotland in the final in 2036. Okay, let's go and look at the Golden Ball, shall we? Favour Onukwuli for Atalanta. Now he was 23 years old at the time. Of course, he was at Sheffield Wednesday, and he was a player that had max accountability. Michael Da Costa Gonzalez, he would have been a player as well. Oscar Newim, he came from Rotherham. Max Holden for Bayern. Oscar Niquim again. Pharrell Waite for Accrington. Eladno Boyle for Lazio, and Luther Munakandafa. He was at Real Sociedad, and he's actually 33 years old, winning a Ballon d'Or, actually declining down to 179 as well. Interesting. Okay, well, things have changed drastically, and they're going to change a little bit more, hopefully. Let's go 12 more years to the end. See what's happening. Of course, all the players are gone from shortlists. And let's have a look at the Premier League. Well, wow. Peterborough. In the last 12 years, they've won 7. Spurs won a couple. Peterborough have been the team. They've also won 3 Champions Leagues. West Ham have won 1, Olympique Lyon, 2 for Roma, Atletico Madrid, Napoli up there. Oh, Peterborough, the legacy lives on. They won 1 Premier League back in 2032-33, second in 37-38. That's all there is to mention of Peterborough. Until all the players seem to disappear, and bang. Transfer fees are appearing to be renormalised again. £53 million for a player that's got potential of 172. Current ability of 152 with a polygon like that. His polygon looks dreadful. There's no way that's 152. Surely not. Oh my god, it is. I've just changed a couple of attributes and these polygons basically remain the same. Crazy. Absolute craziness. Okay, well, we're going to go through the last 12 years. Man City winning the league. Don's going down, thank God. 4 teams get administration there. Wow, United won the league. Spent a good time in the Championship as well at United. Rotherham, York and Borough going down. Peterborough winning the league, of course. Newcastle, Villa and Bournemouth going down. Peterborough again. Southampton, Stoke and Norwich down. And again, West Ham winning the league. Peterborough. No notable relegations either, unfortunately. Tottenham winning the league there. They'd spent a good time in a good portion of this experiment in the Championship. Peterborough again, and Tottenham most recently. As I say, 3 Champions Leagues for them. Europa Leagues being passed around quite a bit, and Conference Leagues. That's the look of the Premier League after this experiment. You've got your Forest Green, Derby, Birmingham City, Leicester back up there, Norwich, Millwall, Peterborough, of course, Sheffield Wednesday, Sunderland, Southampton, Swansea, Tranmere, Wolves. Let's go and have a look where some of the other teams are then. Premier League clubs. We're on the Premier League club lookout here. Villa, Brighton, Palace, Fulham, Liverpool, Newcastle, Forest, York. I know they're not really, but they have won trophies. I mean, they've won a Champions League. So, fair enough. League One, Chelsea, Leeds. Milton Keynes Dons are back in League One. That's mad. Not seeing anyone in League Two. Oh, Everton are in League Two. Never recovered. Never recovered indeed. Van Orman National, surely no one. Nah, no one in the Van Orman National. Nor the North, nor the South, I don't think. Although Watford are down there. England are ranked first in the world. Now, their national team has got some very good players, lots in the 180s and 190s. Angel Moreno, currently at Man City. Of course he is. Came through at Man City, to be fair. Since 2040, well, we were here during the Euros, and England went on and won it, beating France in the final. Then Belgium beat Italy in 2044, and England beat France again in 2048. And it's another World Cup for England, and Belgium have also won a World Cup. So Belgium had a very good team in the 42 to 44 sort of region. Argentina losing in the final both times. England won the World Cup in 2038. Sorry, we were last here in 2038 when we were last here. We saw them in the World Cup, beating Wales in the final. Been very good for the British Isles, hasn't it? Republic of Ireland, Wales, Scotland, England. Well, what more is there to say? That is the end of today's experiment. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I thought it was quite fun. I love doing these match accountability sort of variations on different sort of sets of players. I think I'm going to go and do specific nations, or maybe like a collection. Maybe I'll do the rest of the British Isles and just not have England. So go to Ireland, Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, Wales and Scotland. Give Max or max current ability to all those nations, and put transfer embargoes elsewhere, just to see them duke it out to be Champions League winners and international tournament winners. Actually, I'm definitely going to do that. Sounds like a riot. So yeah, that's the end of today's experiment. Hope you enjoyed. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Take good care of yourselves, gang, and I'll see you soon.